Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday, June 17, 2024, and the NBA season. It's hanging on by a thread. The Mavericks, they dominated the Boston Celtics in game number 4, but will they be able to extend this series one more time, going on the road in this one in game number 5? We're going to be breaking down game number 5 and recapping everything about game number 4. We also have 2 best player props for game number 5 and a game pick. But before you guys watch the video, would you please drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel below. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us over the last couple weeks. All right, let's break down some ball. All right, guys, let's take a look at this leaderboard. Absolutely dominated by the book in this one. I should have looked at the referee crew because they brought in the extender, Scott Foster, to force a game number 5. I really thought the Boston Celtics, they were going to close it out, but it looks like they wanted to try and close it out at home instead. They lost by 38 points, 84 to 122. They were just dominated from the first tip until the last second. The Dallas Mavericks, they just dominated them the entire time. We did lose the game pick in the last one, Boston money line. Then the player props, they didn't have a chance because we had all overs. Luka, he got close, 28 points. We needed over 32.5 points. Did not play the fourth quarter. Then Jason Tatum only played 27 minutes, so we really didn't have a shot with either of those player props. Tatum over 9.5 rebounds. He was the highest rebounder on the team in the game. He just didn't play enough minutes. So we went 3-0 in game number 3, 0-3 in game number 4. Let's try to go back to 3-0 again for game number 5. But let's take a look at game number 5. The Dallas Mavericks, the last stand in game number 4. They got the job done at home. They took care of business. I'm going to give them some credit. I wish the Celtics would have told me they were not interested in playing because it looked like they didn't want to be there. I think this team is just waiting to win the championship at home. I'm going to really try not to over-exaggerate from the Dallas Mavericks kicking their ass in the last game or under-exaggerate about it either. I'm just going to pretend like it didn't really happen. And I'm going to take the Dallas Mavericks here plus 6.5 as the play. I'm going to pretend like the Dallas Mavericks beat the Celtics by a couple possessions instead of 40 because I desperately want to say that the Boston Celtics are going to find a way to blow another huge lead in the finals. And then the Dallas Mavericks are going to somehow find a way to force a game number 7. Boston in the playoffs, if you take a look at that basketball-wise, has been horrible over the last several years. They always find a way to choke in the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to choke in this game. I think this is going to be the one they take home here. They're going to take home this championship in game number 5. I do, however, think the Dallas Mavericks are going to fight to the end, and they played pretty dang well in game number 4. Besides the obvious stats for the clear takeaways in game number 4, I do think the Dallas Mavericks, they played it with a lot more heart than what we saw in the first 3 games. And you can take a look at the numbers. The Celtics, they shot 36.3% from the field. They got out-rebounded by 20. And you're like, oh, yeah, they should have lost by 40. But the Celtics, they're probably never going to do that again. And sometimes teams just have an off night. I think some of the struggles that the Celtics had was because of the Dallas Mavericks that played a lot better defense, especially early in the game in game number 4. But I'd love to see the Dallas Mavericks come out once again with that sort of intensity. But I think Boston, they're just too good of a team. They're way better than Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to take the points in this game because we do have 2 really good players on the other side who will put up a lot of points. I think 7 points is way too many in an elimination game. So I'm taking the Mavericks here plus 6.5 as the play. Let's move on to the best player props of the night in game number 5. And I'm going to start with my guy, Derek White, over 3.5 made threes in this game. I've given him out a lot in the postseason. He's done very well for us. He has scored double-digit points in 9 of the last 10 games. And whenever you take a look at his shot selection, he has taken over 50% of his shots from the outside in every single one of these games. I'm taking his over 3.5 made threes as the play. It should be coming out at plus money. He's coming off one of his worst performances of the season in game number 4, and that's for everybody on the Celtics. So I'm not going to dock him for that. The shot selection is the real reason why I want him in this game, just for the ton of volume he's getting from the outside. He's attempted at least 8 3-point shot attempts in 9 consecutive games, and he's been able to make 3+ of them in 6 of the last 9. At home so far in the series against the Dallas Mavericks, he's made 7 of his 18 3-point attempts. And if you go back against the Pacers in that series, he made 7 of his 16 3-point attempts at home. He likes the home rims. He likes the bounces he gets. I'm going to take him over 3.5 made threes as the first play here. For the second play, we're going to be looking at the Dallas Mavericks. It's going to be Luka Doncic. It's pretty simple, over 32.5 basically going up against the Celtics. With the start of the game in game number 4, I really thought Luka was on his way to scoring 50-plus points, 40-plus points, whatever you want to call it. But because the Dallas Mavericks dominated the Celtics, he sat the entire fourth quarter and it really screwed the player prop in the last game. I'm going to go right back to him, though, in this game over his total points because we've seen Luka put up a ton of shots in this series. In the last 4 games, he's attempted at least 20-plus shots. And in game number 4, he was still able to score 29 points without making a 3-point shot. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with his outside shot right now, but he has only made 1 of his last 15 from the perimeter. I'm still going to take him in the same because he's so good at getting his shot on the offensive side. His assist numbers in this series have also gone down drastically as well. He's only collected a total of 23 assists in the first 4 games, and he's been under 6 assists in 3 of the 4. He's not necessarily looking for anybody on his team to make some shots because they've really let him down so far for the most part in this series, and this is an elimination game. He's going to go out on his own terms. I'm going to take Luka here over 32.5 points as the play. All right, let's go look at the recap graphic here for the NBA. We are going to take the Dallas Mavericks plus 6.5 on the road against Boston. I do think Boston's going to find a way to win this game, but I'm not going to count out the Mavericks just yet. I think they're going to go down with at least some sort of fight, and hopefully Luka Doncic is a big part of that. I'm going to take over 32.5 points going up against the Boston Celtics because he's probably going to shoot 25, even 30-plus times in this game. And then Derek White at home, his three-point numbers are really good. He shot 8-plus three-point attempts in 9 consecutive games. I'm taking him over 3.5 threes made in this one. Should come out at plus money once again. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Monday, June 17th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.